I'm like, oh Lord, what if it actually tastes like horrendous? And they're like, these are the worst churros I've ever had in my life. But I'm also making brownies just in case. Yeah, we gotta do it for like at least 3 minutes. I don't know why. There's like moments in my life where I back up on dishes. We are in the process of learning how to make churros for this evening. There was a minister, I guess you could say, from our church that had announced that he's hosting like a Friendsgiving for like the youth at the church, and that he had posted somewhere or whatever to like sign up for like desserts and to like make Mexican desserts, but I guess not a lot of people signed up for it. So anywho, I was like, you know what? I have a little bit of time. You know, we got done with church around 12:30. We got home. The girls went down for a nap and they're still napping, and it's like 2 o'clock. Well, Kennedy went down at 1:30. So I was like, I have a little bit of time to be stressed out while making churros. So this lady though is bomb. Like, I don't really know how to cook Mexican food because I don't know. I don't really know, honestly. But if you ever want to make Mexican food, this lady has your back. Like, it is pure authentic food. So I looked it up online on how to make churros, and it's like the preppy kitchen. But I was like, you know what? Let me take this from like a real Mexican lady. The process doesn't seem too daunting, but it makes me nervous because obviously I haven't done it, and I'm like, oh Lord, what if it actually tastes like horrendous? And they're like, these are the worst churros I've ever had in my life. But I'm also making brownies just in case. The only thing that I never like is using so much oil in the house because it grosses me out. I feel like it leaves like a smell even on your clothes. I figured, you know, I have to be there anyways I literally went to go look for this and it's right in front of my face, but I'm like, you know, I think I can do this because I have to go in there anyways at like 5 o'clock for a Bible study that the pastor holds on the book of Luke anyways. I'm like, might as well just kill 2 birds with 1 stone. The thing that sucks about this too is like, you don't need that much, but you need like enough in a pan, and I don't have like a smaller pan where a little would go a longer way, if that makes sense. But good thing these are like $2 because that's that cheap old vegetable oil. So anywho, we're just gonna let that boil and join in for some churros, and let's see how they turn out. This makes 16 churros, so I think I'm gonna have to do like 2 batches, but I'm gonna do a batch at a time because I feel like there's some recipes where you can't like double it, like it just makes it gross. I don't know if that even makes sense. So we're gonna do a batch at a time and see how they turn out.
So I'm here to say that the churros actually did not turn out to be too bad, but I forgot to film a little piece of like how they actually turned out. They actually looked really, really good. But let me tell you, I definitely need way more practice because before I started doing these churros, like I was saying, I was like on the Preppy Kitchen website or whatever on his churros, and he was saying that the dough had to slide off and not like lop down or be like a hard ball. But let me tell you, I was adding I added 4 eggs in this thing, and it was still not gliding, nor was it like had a sheen or whatever he was saying. And I'm like, I cannot add more eggs. Like this is just going to be like scrambled eggs essentially. I should have just done that in the first place and splashed cinnamon on it and called it good. Probably add a jalapeno. Bam, Mexican dessert. But no, I think I need a little bit of more practice. And Trevor says that they were really good. But you see how it's just like a big old glob? No, it's supposed to be sliding down. So here I am adding another egg. And I'm just like stressed out at this point because it's getting a little bit late. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I said I was going to bring churros. And now these churros are not churrosing.
This is actually a little harder than I thought, but I think it's because I don't have like an actual piping bag. And the one that I'm using is like breaking everywhere. So I'm trying to stick with these little snack baggies, and it's a little, I'm sweating, let's just say. Not just because I have a sweater, but because I'm stressed. But that's nice. You see how they're like falling down pretty good? Okay, maybe I'll use this for now on. You want to drink it so then we can put that in the sink?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, never mind. Sissy wants it. Can you give it to Sis? So here you go. We were supposed to be up at 5 a.m. this morning. Whoop, hold on. Getting a workout in. I'll hold your hand, Wincy, while we go downstairs. And that didn't work out. I don't know why, but I just feel so exhausted lately. So anywho, we were supposed to get up at 5 in the morning to get a good workout and get my Bible reading in, but for some odd reason, I could not get up to save my life. So we are gonna do it right away. We gotta do it before I go to a dentist appointment because I gotta go drop him off with Trevor at the farm. It just takes us a little while to get downstairs because Miss Ma'am over here. But I've been really wanting baby number 3. I don't even know why, because sometimes I'll literally go through phases where I'm like, oh, another one sounds good. And then I go through the other phase when the seasons are hard. I'm like, I could never have another kid. But yeah, in this season, I'm like, okay, you know what? God willing, he'll give me the third whenever he thinks I am ready for it. But I like want my body to prepare to have another little one, just because with, what is it? When I got pregnant with Lindsay, I was literally 4 months postpartum. So there was like no way in heck that my body was ready to birth another little one. Like there was way more weight that I needed to lose, if that makes sense. And also a lot of strength to regain. So anywho, the goal is to get strong, not to get skinny, because I really don't just like being skinny, but I like seeing muscles, if that makes sense. Yeah, does that make sense? So I figured, now I have 2 toddlers running around, so I need a babe in shape to also be a good mother to them while being pregnant. So let's get a good workout in. Another thing we got done while I've been off of YouTube is we got our basement done. And it has been a game changer because I have like my little workout room here. It's a little more bougie because I'll just turn on the projector, get a movie going on for the kids at least, and then I'll get my workout in. It's a vibe. Yeah, we gotta do it for like at least 3 minutes. Yeah, so we can get the blood pumping. Nah. Be careful with Sissy's feet and your feet. Careful. We have quite a bit to clean today. I keep stepping on something that's sticky. I'm sure it's like an apple juice or something, and it just feels so yucky. So I know I have to mop, and I also have to clean the kitchen because we have a bunch of dishes. I don't know why. There's like moments in my life where I back up on dishes. Usually I am the type where I'm like, oh, we gotta reset before the next day. But I feel like lately, I'm just like, let me just get to bed. And then when I get to bed, somebody wakes up, and I'm like, I just need to rest for a little bit. So anywho, we just have a pile of laundry to do. I was like the type where it was like, a load of laundry a day. I think that's just not it for me because I start a load and then I forget it 99% of the time in the washer and 1% of the time in the dryer. And it's just kind of annoying. So I feel like it's better to just do it all in one day and then forget about it the rest of the week and then do it again. It adds up, but honestly, it's not that bad. The girls get so excited, so they want to take it out of the dryer when they hear that little beep. And so that makes it easier for me. So I just have them pile it up on the couch and then we just keep moving on with our life. So when like moments that I have like these or like the girls are playing, I can just fold laundry and it's not that much of a stressor. But the things you learn in motherhood, I feel like it's a little bit at a time. We also got rid of like 99% of the toys. I don't know if I ever filmed when I had like a bajillion of them, but it was way too many. Now we keep it to like magnet tiles, some blocks, and some little toys here and there. I think I was reading that the average household has 160 toys. I'm like, Lord, that is way too many. So I never want to have more of an abundance of toys than what we really need. And we're also like a very outdoor family anyways. Even on days like these, we would much rather be outside than be inside playing. So we will spend our days at the park or going out on walks or going to a friend's house. That's just the way this family flows. But anywho, we're gonna watch, I think I've seen it already, but I didn't really pay much attention to it. Okay, so the 2 that I'm watching right now from John MacArthur, which if you guys want to see it, I think it's called Grace to You, is like the actual YouTube channel. The one I was watching last night was Supernatural Peace, which was also a good one, and then How to Listen to the Lord, and then The Believer's Constant Conversation with the Lord, and then Struggling with Prayer. Those are a few that I think I really need in my life right now. Certainly, ever since I really just gave my life over to the Lord, literally earlier this year, 100%, it's been more peaceful in a certain way, but busier in others. It's kind of a wild ride, honestly. It's wild to see how God has changed my heart because I feel like the things that I desired back then are the things that I do not desire anymore. And I think even with changing the desires that I used to have has added so much more peace in my life just because I'm really content where I'm at. I mean, there's like nothing that I'm missing. And truly, I think that's just like God's peace in my heart more so than anything else. But I still like to learn about ways that I can be more of a service to God, if that makes sense. We're gonna watch some John MacArthur while we fold some laundry. We have become an after nap time dinner family. So instead of waiting until 5 to have dinner, we'll just have it after the girls wake up. And let me tell you, this is way better for our family because I used to wait until 5 o'clock, 5:30 or 6 to have dinner. And these girls were barely hanging by like a little thread. And not even that. Sometimes they would just want snacks up until dinner time, that when it was dinner time, they weren't even hungry. And then I'm like, well, okay, I just fed you snacks all day long and now you don't want to eat my dinner. So anywho, it's worked a lot better where we'll have dinner right after they wake up, and then such is life. Like maybe if they're still hungry, we'll still probably have a little more food that they can eat later on, but they're not going to be starving, if that makes sense.
There's one final necessity in effective, powerful prayer. There's a historical component to remember, a theological component to trust, a spiritual component to
Look what we're about to eat. Push it in there, please. Thank you, ma'am. Now you can close it. Nice. Okay. Push me go. Woo! My girlies are up from their nap time, so I got Beauty and the Beast going on. Please tell me why there's just been a little weirdness feeling towards like little kids movies, because I'm like, oh my word, like half of them have magic in there and I don't think they can see anything. So anywho, it's just Beauty and the Beast though. I'm like, I grew up with it. I'm still somewhat normal. So we got another load of laundry going and now we're just gonna get some food in our bellies because I am hungry. All I've had for lunch was that little, what is it called? Like a fig bar. And then for breakfast, I have like a little slice of this biscuits and gravy casserole, which is the bomb. My girls will literally devour it. But even this is a new recipe and it smells so yummy. It's kind of like baked ziti, but some cereal. We'll get cereal after you eat some of this food. Okay? I know that sucks. Do you want a little bit for your belly? I know, we're about to sit you down. What's that? You need to talk to Grandma Julie? Yeah. Okay, eat your food and then I'll call Grandma Julie, okay? Your belly? Okay, well, maybe with some food I'll feel better. Are you done?
Not yet.
Alright. Mama's gonna clean here and then we can go and hang out. So I try to limit myself on the amount of books that I'm going to buy for like the month, or at least maybe even the week. And one of the books though that I cannot pass up just because I've heard such good things about is Pilgrim's Progress. So I'm not necessarily sure what it is about, but I watched this guy who's a pastor but also does he handles this other ministry though called Dial In Ministries, and he posted a video on books that he highly recommends or that has had a huge impact in his faith, and this is one of them. But I also figured, I think it was one of John MacArthur's sermons, he also mentioned the Pilgrim's Progress, so I'm like, okay, I need to get it. You know, two of the most influential, I feel like right now, Christians that are up there in the Christian rank, I guess you could say. So I decided to get it. So I'm actually kind of excited to start reading it, but we are in the midst of reading this other one called Grace-Based Parenting, and this is by Dr. Tim Kimmel, and it's forwarded by Max Lucado. So I liked Max Lucado, but I don't really necessarily know anything about Dr. Tim Kimmel. I feel like if you don't really know where to start with disciplining, I think this is a really good book because this is not gentle parenting. He really enforces having the boundaries, the rules, and disciplining, but also having space for grace, right? If you want God to have grace for you and your mistakes, you should also have the same for your children. We are going to finish this one up hopefully within this week. It's Monday today, so hopefully by the end of the week we'll finish it up, and then we'll see how it is, and then we can start the Pilgrim's Progress. I have a ton of books right now that I need to get through reading. I feel like I've started a lot of them but never even finished them. So I don't know why I keep buying books when the ones that I haven't even read. We're gonna finish laundry and then we're just literally gonna hang out the rest of the day. I feel like the house is pretty clean for now. I usually solo parent, not usually, but I solo parent from May to October, and this year was all the way to mid-November. And so it was a lot, and it's really, really nice to have him home in the evenings. It's like a total game changer. And he's also really good with the girls. Like, he was meant to be a girl's dad.